Steph went on Gilbert Arenas' podcast, was asked if he was the best point guard ever. So here's the resume comparison. Season's about the same, but Magic's got another title, another MVP. Steph's got the points, Magic's got the rebounds, and the assists by a large margin. Total assists, Nick, Josh and I looked it up, about 5,000.
Yeah,
in Magic's favor.
Yeah, difference of 5,000.
That's a good amount.
Yeah.
So what was your reaction to this?
All right. First of all, I respect it from Steph. I respect the honesty. I always prefer honest, even if it comes across as honest arrogance other than false humility. And this isn't like wild. This isn't crazy for him to think this. I am not at all conflicted on this, but I also see a problem with what I believe.
Ooh.
So Magic Johnson is the greatest point guard of all time, and I do not think it is particularly close.
All right.
So, okay?
Segment's
And
over.
you said the resumes. I just want to quickly show a different look at the resumes, which is top-of-the-line accomplishments. First team All-NBAs, 9-4. Top 3 MVP finishes, 9-3. MVPs, 3-2. Finals appearances, 9-6. Titles, 5-4. Finals MVPs, 3-1. And keep in mind, Magic played 12 years before being diagnosed with HIV. So 75% of his seasons, he went to the finals, was top 3 in the MVP, and was first team All-NBA. He is the greatest point guard ever. With that said, Brew, every time we do one of those, create your best 5-man roster possible, and it's like Jordan's the shooting guard, LeBron's the small forward, we argue about the center, I always am like, Magic's better, but I'd make Steph my point guard. How do
playing
I
with Jordan and LeBron?
Well, no, but you understand what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Magic is the greatest point guard ever, and on the greatest team ever, I would pick Steph. And so those things seem in conflict.
Yep.
But you have to respect what Magic did, and to respect the fact that the young kids don't know. Magic, the last game he played in before being diagnosed with HIV was in the NBA Finals.
Right.
And it was, by the way, look at that roster on the 91 Lakers. They took the NBA Finals. Not great. Not like it was terrible, but Kareem was long gone and not great. So it's Magic, but it's weird because I understand what Steph's saying.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that it's Magic. All right. But for the sake of discussion, I think there's an argument for Steph. You put up the resumes, obviously Magic's is better. But the argument for Steph, one, they both changed the game. Arenas, if you listen to the podcast, said, you know, everybody's trying to be Steph now, which is true, but everybody was trying to be Magic. Penny Hardaway, 6'7" point guard who was headed toward the Hall of Fame before injury. Grant Hill, 6'8" guy that played a lot of point guard. LeBron James.
That's right.
You know, Chris Webber's even talked about how seeing Magic at 6'9" do what he did made big guys want to step away from the basket. That's one. Steph changed the game more, though. Only unanimous MVP ever. I know he shouldn't be, but he is. He's the only unanimous. But here's the real stuff. One, he built Golden State into a dynasty from scratch. They had made the playoffs one time in 18 years before Steph began leading them to the playoffs. Obviously, the Lakers had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who was the MVP Magic's rookie year, and some other great players and a great history. Secondly, he didn't have the supporting cast Magic had. Kareem was a number 1 pick and was averaging 20 points up until like 1986. Then, and I know he had Durant, but that was for 2 championships. He won 2 others without Durant. All right, Draymond Green's a number 2, second round pick. Klay Thompson's a late lottery pick. Kareem, number 1 pick. James Worthy, number 1 pick. Byron Scott, number 4 pick. All right, there's another guy, Jamal Wilkes, who's a Hall of Famer, was an 11th pick, basically where Klay was drafted, I think 12th. So Magic had more talent than Steph had for the bulk of his career. Again, I'm with Magic, but I think that would be the argument for Steph Curry. And, you know, some people might say it's pick your poison. Do you want the greatest playmaker of ever and the greatest passer of all time by a mile, or do you want the greatest shooter who also disrupts your defenses because you have to play toward him at your point guard?
I have to lean towards passing, correct? He's the point guard, and the one guy has 5,000 more assists than the other, and averages 5 more a game.
But Steph averages what? What was it? 5 more points a game?
6 and 11.
Yeah, like, listen, I will say this. I think we will see another Steph Curry before we see another Magic Johnson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because now everyone is trying to be Steph, and Magic, because you can't try to be 6'9". So you have to have this court vision, which, there are a few things Magic had that were natural gifts that you just can't always have. Like LeBron, I think, could have been Magic, but went a different route, and it was kind of a combo of different great players. I think we're going to see another Steph, and that's, again, I've given Steph all the flowers I possibly can. I just think because so many people are trying to do it, and because he is a size that so many more people are, someone is going to crack the code to a degree.
Okay.
I do think that.
Better be one of the greatest shooter of all time's son.
Okay.
Gotta be on the lookout. What a segment we have in store for you.
Oh, no. You
Alabama.
can get a sandwich now, America.
First things first.
You can come back and
The
forth.
special episode.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.